Happiness is an inside job. And everything that you see outside and interpret as happy is actually a reflection of the internal. When you see me smile, when you see me giggle, those are reflections of something that has already triggered my happy emotions. That thing has already happened before my smile comes out into the external. And sometimes it doesn't even manifest as a smile. It manifests as a good night's sleep. It manifests as a calm and thoughtful conversation with my adoring child. It manifests as a week spent without a headache and everything else that pulls you down and yanks you off your balance. And sadly, we miss those non-explosive and giggly manifestations of happy. Sadly, we search outside and we give credit to the people and the places and the things that we had on ourselves or around ourselves during those peaceful moments. We attribute a happy to them. And if that is true, the more reason for you to come back inside and figure out what happy means to you and grow those happiness roots from the inside out. In the same way, anger is like thunder. And by the time we hear the roar of it, by the time we see the aggression and the control and the manipulation, the lightning has already taken place inside of us. And therefore, aggression is a manifestation of internal pain and hurt or experiences that leave us broken enough to not be able to find our happy, to not be able to share and motivate and ignite peace and joy in those around us. And so today I want us to reflect on what our definitions of happy are, who the contributors of happy are in your lives, and most importantly, what our contribution to the lives of others is. My name is Asa, and I welcome you warmly to this forum where we create an awareness around our contributions, the footprints that we manifest in our lives and even more so in the lives of others that are around us. Now let's reflect on this word, the source of electricity, the source of drinking water, and reference it to the source of your happiness. What makes you happy? Who makes you happy? And if that what and who are in the external, then they have legs. Legs that can walk away from you along with your happy. That means that your remote control, your thermometer, the thing that rises and lowers your emotions, your happy, is in the hands of someone else. Someone who can manipulate and higher your temperature and decrease your temperature as they wish. But today, I want you to reflect and take ownership, take control of those thermometers, those remote controls, and keep them inside. Keep them inside by reflecting on what these things mean to you and by making sure that your smile comes from you and impacts everyone else around you. So how can we build and reserve this happiness in our hearts, in our lives, and ensure that it's always there, irrespective of whatever we experience, challenges, health, and any sort of difficulties that we can encounter? The first thing that you need to do is to evaluate your life, to have an audit and actually ask yourself what happiness means to you. Because for a lot of us, it can smack us in the face and we'll still be miserable because we're interpreting life. We are wanting to be right. We are wanting to respond and we are wanting to belong. in other circles that are not important to us. So, what does happiness mean to you? What is your thinking? What are your core beliefs and values? Because if you are not clear on those things, you will trample all over any happy thing and still not recognize it. The next thing you need to do is to start to appreciate little things in your life that are meaningful, little successes, little actions that you overcome. Build little happiness crystals and stack them in your lives. Like, yay, today I completed the morning routine. I got my child into school on time. In these days, that is something worth celebrating with the traffic and the exhaustion that parents go through. We seem to minimize little things like the children have had full meals all week. When you build your little happiness crystals, you wake up one day to find a happiness mountain, a mountain of crystals that you have stacked in your life. But if you wait for one massive crystal mountain, that will be hard to come across because you will have to really pull some magic out of your life to own that crystal mountain. The other thing that you need to do is to clean up your life. Really evaluate your life and pull out the weed from your happiness source, the things that is contaminating your source of happiness. Whether you're the one dropping it into that source or other people are dumping on the source, you have to really dig in without being scared of messing the source, because a lot of the time we hang on to happy for dear life because we are scared that if we move or we challenge or we tell them how we feel or we step away without contributing, it will all fall apart. But the only thing that guarantees is that that contamination will stay in your happiness sources permanently until you're brave enough to rock those wells, to reach in and grab it and have those conversations or challenges or cleaning, like detoxing, to really ensure that this is going to remain clean for a longer term. Next, you have to spice up your life with happy memories, happy routines, happy emotions. Really actively cultivate those things that make you happy. Align them, stack them, plan in advance, and ensure that you have those things to even up the other things that may be challenging in your life. And finally, live a life of purpose, one that gives you value every day, one that you're passionate about, something that you will smile about even in the worst day of your life, something that will drag you out of bed even when you feel like pulling the blanket over your head. That way, you will always find value, you will always find motivation and passion in your life, even in the most difficult times. And you find that when you do those things, you will have a life to share. You will have not just internal happiness, but one that is contributing to your environment. Whether you're able to go out and then expand in the external by having conversations that align with those things, by sharing your methods, by actually impacting and touching other people's lives from the inside out with a smile and a giggle, as opposed to thunder and everything else that shows a manifestation of your own hurt and your own pain, instead of you owning those and managing those and using your thermometer to even them out with an overall happy and peaceful spirit. I hope this has given you some food for thought and that you will start to do things a little bit differently, not only for yourself, but for those that will potentially avoid your thunder moments in the days to come. Thanks for watching. Please share to motivate, empower, and encourage people to build those happiness crystals inside out.